Welcome to UCRD Reviews. Today I have a pretty neat mobile suit to review. This one's the FA-78-1 Full Armor Gundam version anime. So this is one that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. It is an older release. It is not an exclusive release, but it was supposedly a really good figure, and I've been looking for it for quite a while. I found it online. It had a slightly damaged box, so I picked it up on discount. But this is it. This is the Full Armor Gundam. This one originated from the Mobile Suit Variations, and we got a figure of it a long time ago in the MSIA line. It was based on the Gundam version like 1.5, the one that came with the G Fighter, and it was a good figure. It had a US release, but it couldn't go fully into just the standard Gundam mode without the armor, because some of the armor wasn't removable, and it didn't come with any accessories aside from the Full Armor Gundam's gun and cannon. We also got it in the Gundam fixed figuration line, the Hajime Katoki design, in 3 different colors, and now we have it in the Robot Spirits line. So we have the box depicting a battle, and has 3 Full Armor Gundams battling, which oddly enough, the original MSV story was that it didn't even sortie. It wasn't even built. It was simply a design that was scrapped because of there just wasn't enough thruster output to make up for the armor, and it went on to become the Heavy Gundam, basically. It was then later retconned, I believe, to have been deployed in the Battle of Solomon, where Johnny Raiden destroyed it in his Zaku 2. So there's 2 different stories for it. But let's check out the actual figure here. Alright, so now that we have the box open, let's take a look at the figure. See if I can get it out of here. There we go. So at its core, it's the Gundam repainted. It has all the same articulation that the original figure had, and it looks nice. Now, my complaint is probably quality control. Stuff like this happens real easy. The head pulls off with the entire articulation piece with it. I don't know what that's all about, but otherwise, let's make it into the Full Armor Gundam here. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get the shoulder armor here. That just slides right over really easily. And then we want to put the chest piece on. That has these little flaps here that will go over. The doors. Snaps right onto the front. This piece here goes over right like that. Snaps on again. And then you have the bazooka storage back here, and this little piece actually goes over it. And then we have the backpack here with the rotating cannon and everything, and it actually goes, you see there's a peg there and a peg hole here, and it just snaps right in, and then you gotta snap it in up there. And that's part of it. So we're getting there. Now for, I think, one of the more difficult parts, we need to remove the hands. And then you want, the peg piece to cover like so. The hard point there, you don't want to cover it up. And then we need to put his hand back. This is actually where it gets most difficult. Okay, do it on the other side. Just because the hands on the Gundam figure, for whatever reason, are just kind of difficult to get on there. There we go. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and work on the feet. So the feet are easy. They just, foot armor just kind of slides on like that. And then you have a front piece, and they'll actually kind of meet right there. So you still have your toe articulation. We'll do the same thing for this side. Like that. And like that. And now the Gundam has big feet. So now for the most difficult part. That's going to be the legs. The legs were kind of a pain. They come in halves like this, and then you get, I think it's this piece? No. This piece. So they come in halves, and I'll see if I do this in the right order. So this is the outward half, and this is the inward half. And they meet back here, and they snap together. But then you have the actual knee piece, which has little door for, I don't know, a missile pod or something. So this gets removed. This goes over the knee joint there, and then it falls off. This piece does actually fall off quite a bit. But once you get it in there, it's okay. So now that you have it like that, this just attaches to it. Like so. But we need to put on this armor piece, which clips in here, and then one on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that's the leg. And then lastly here, we have this little thruster piece that just goes right on over. So you still maintain all of your articulation. Now, when you're moving around, this this little piece here needs to go kind of inside the leg there. Oh, my foot joint's falling off. There it goes. All right. So now we just have to do the other leg. So same thing. We need this piece on the outer edge, this on the inner. Squeeze them together. So we have the knee joint. We need to take all this off. That's not wanting to go. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's a little finicky, just getting it all on there. Once it's all connected, it's okay. We have this last piece here, which snaps into there real easy. And the thruster. And that is everything. This is the full armor Gundam. So it looks really good. I like the colors. The face is painted really well. The colors are true to the MSV art. But I don't know. I mean, it looks really good. It works well. You know, everything is together. The leg armor is a little finicky. I mean, every once in a while a piece will just explode and come flying off, but other than that, it works really well. So let's get into the accessories now that we've taken a look at the actual Gundam. So this figure comes with 2 trays. So we're going to remove this one real quick. This tray is a lot of your accessories. You know, it's a version anime, so you do get your hand storage there. You have some posing hands, some more neutral hands. These are gun hands with the trigger fingers exposed. And we have sword hands that are slanted. And that's pretty much it for the standard accessories, so we can get into all the weaponry now. So first things first, in the first tray, we have the little buster shield that you attach to the full armor Gundam. And you have the twin beam rifle. So this piece actually comes off, and you want to put this in his hand first, like so. This will attach to the side, and then you just work this kind of up and around and get it into place, like so. And now he has his gun that has a bigger shield on it than his shield, but who cares about making sense? From there, you have basically what came with the original Gundam release. So you have the beam rifle with the metallic gold camera, and this moves around here, as does the camera, so that's a good one. You have the shield in full armor Gundam colors, as well as a handle for the shield. This is the arm attachment, and that is compatible. Well, the full armor Gundam has all of its armor on. This little piece here, if I can get it in there, there it is. This is just like the Gundams, the one that came with the Gundam in my other review. You can attach the beam rifle to the shield, although I never really used that. You do have a hyper bazooka in full armor Gundam colors, which looks really cool, green and gray. This is movable, as is this. And then it comes with a connector piece, and we saw earlier it goes on the goes back here when it's just in its standard Gundam mode. You have a long beam saber handle for two-handed posing, and then you have the regular beam sabers and blades for when it's in its kind of its regular Gundam mode. So let's get into some of the effect parts here. Alright, so first things first, this is a slashing saber from the Gundam release. You also have the Vulcan gun firing effect, which is another old release. You have a beam rifle firing effect for the Gundam's beam rifle. You get the thruster effects, and so that's everything the original Gundam actually came with. And if you want to see those in detail, you can check out my very first review. But the full armor Gundam comes with some interesting effects of its own. So you have a doubled beam rifle effect to make him look like he's shooting his twin beam rifle. that out of there. You have a really cool cannon effect, which goes right in there. Makes it look like he's shooting his shell firing cannon. And then you get some other pieces here. So when you open up these little doors in the knees, if you can, they actually have missiles. And so you can pose them with the missiles just exposed, or because somebody really liked this release when they made it at Bandai, they actually come with really cool effect parts. And you get one for each knee, as well as, you know, a set of those. So that is really cool, but we're not done. We haven't covered this yet. So same thing, you get the missiles simply exposed, and you get two sets, and you have the other one here. And you get these really cool firing effects for it, which also plug right in, like so. And again, you get two of these. And it looks really, really good. So when you get all those missile firing effects on, it makes for a pretty impressive display. So really enjoying all the effect parts. You know, it's a version anime, it's a regular release, and it comes with quite a bit. Alright, so you know what I've concluded here with this release is that it's a really solid release. It comes with everything it needs to. If I had to make one complaint with the accessories, it would be that it didn't come with any like explosion effects or anything. That particular effect piece is few and far between. But other than that, it comes with everything the original anime Gundam came with, plus all the full armor stuff, plus effect parts for all the full armor stuff. I mean, it's really solid. And you can have an actual full armor Gundam colored Gundam with this release as well. So you're really getting two figures in one, and that's what I have displayed here. And it, you know, it works well. You know, I wouldn't be one to buy two Gundam figures, but I mean, just the coloration, that kind of militaristic green that it has, works really, really well and looks really good. You know, the figure just does what it needs to do. This is what a version anime figure should be. Come with lots of effect parts, you know, all the hands that you need, all the weaponry. This is what the standard should be. You know, we had one other full armor release, which was the full armor O Gundam from OOV. Obviously it wasn't a version anime, it wasn't nearly as good as this one. And we had a missed opportunity with the Gundam NT1, which wasn't released with its Chobham armor, although they have recently announced that it will come with the armor as well as a bunch of effect parts. So it may be kind of a similar incident here. If the armor is removable, where you're going to get an Alex figure plus all the armor, plus all the effect parts, plus all the original accessories that the Gundam Alex came with. So we'll see how that turns out, but for now, this full armor Gundam's definitely one of the best figures out of the MSV line, and very possibly out of the anime line altogether. So if you can find it for a decent price, or if you're like me and you don't quite care about the condition of the box, you can pick it up for a good price. I paid about $75 for it, and it's well worth it. Thank you for watching.